The Agents of Sabotage DLC has been out for a week now, and in that time I've experienced everything the DLC has to offer. So I thought I'd quickly make this video as an initial review of the update, because although I've experienced everything we currently have, we do have a lot of content yet to come, including a whole second part to this update. If you're interested to see what we can expect in the second part of this update, then I have a video dropping very soon going over that. But when the second part of the update does come out, I will revisit and review the update as a whole. But this is just my initial thoughts on the DLC after a week of playing. So first things first, let's go over the new missions. Now straight away, it's no secret that these missions don't pay the best. Maybe I'm missing something and there is some way to optimize making money with this, but it seems like there's tons of better options you could do. That being said, it is 2024. The game's been out 11 years and I don't think anyone's really struggling for money anymore. Anyone who's been playing for a decent amount of time will have a lot of money, or at least the resources to make a lot of money. And for new players, it's easier than ever to make money. So I think you got to look at these missions with the money aside. But I will say it is nice that they have one mission each week that's selected to be double money. It gives you a reason to go back and revisit them. But money aside, I do want to say these missions are pretty fun, or at least I found myself having a good time playing them. Now, GTA Men made a video yesterday going over how lots of these missions just use, reused assets, reused mission structure. And don't get me wrong, it is absolutely true. A lot of these missions do feel really familiar, and of course they use a lot of the assets that we already have in the game. But I mean, we can't really nitpick here. It's to be expected. We're supposedly less than a year away from GTA 6, and there's only a very small amount of people working on GTA 5 online, so it really wouldn't make too much sense for them to spend time going over and making loads of brand new assets, buildings, interiors just for the new game to come out next year. And of course, this has been the case with all recent DLCs. A lot of them will just be reused assets and mission type. But I do have to say, out of all the more recent smaller DLCs that are obviously smaller because Rockstar are working on GTA 6, I found myself enjoying this one the most. Like, I really did not enjoy the bottom dollar bounties update, but I found myself having a great time with this one. And of course, we have even more content to it. So yes, a lot of it, as expected, is reused assets, interiors, mission types. But despite all that, I did find myself having fun playing through these missions. Now, would I revisit them? Probably not. I have no incentive to really revisit them apart from the one that's going to be double money each week, and even then it isn't a ton of money. Again, like a lot of these recent updates, that's kind of to be expected. I'm really hoping with the new business we're getting probably early next year in the part 2 of this update that it is actually going to be somewhat of a valuable business. And what I mean by that is that it's going to be something people actively use to make money, because right now I don't think this changes the meta in any way in terms of money grinding. But yeah, missions and money aside, obviously you got returning character Pavel, an absolute fan favorite from the KO Perico heist, and it's clear to see why. Like, he is a good character. Like, I don't have an issue with them bringing back characters as long as they're good characters. Pavel is a good character, that's why people like him. When they brought back Maud, I'm not sure anyone really gave two fucks. And then alongside Pavel, we had Jodie Marshall, who's this new FIB woman, I believe it is. She's an entirely new character, and I gotta say, she's not the worst thing in the world. I saw a lot of people complain that she's boring or whatnot, but personally I found her funny. Sure, they probably could have done more of her character, but for what it is, it's good. I enjoyed her character. But as for the Darnell factory itself, it's pretty decent. You don't have to buy any sort of upgrades for it. So it comes stock with a 10-car garage and a weapons workshop. Now, don't get me wrong, the factory's like over 2 million, but the fact you don't have to pay for extras is a really nice touch from Rockstar. As well as that, you can start the new missions from your phone, which is really good. I'd love to see Rockstar add even more apps to your phone. Great feature. Hope to see more of it in GTA 6. Moving on from the business though, let's look at vehicles. Obviously, most of the new vehicles are drip feed, and some of the ones to write home about are the AC-130, the new helicopter we're getting. These will be coming in the part 2 of the update, I imagine though. But as for the cars themselves, they're not bad. The Banshee GTS is amazing. Like, I can't stress it enough, it is amazing. But then they'll add an amazing car like that and then add something like the Jester wide body, which is dog shit for lack of better words. Completely underwhelming. They've added some more police vehicles as well, and I believe they're adding police outfits, which is great. I know a lot of people have been asking for that. And of course, we have the Police Coquette D10, which is coming out, which again, a lot of people have been asking for. So it's nice to know they're listening at least. They even added some new dispatch missions, which is nice, because again, I know a lot of people like role-playing as police. We never got the Cox... I actually just said Cox. We never got the Cops and Crooks update, so I mean, we'll kind of take what we can get. But yeah, to sum up the new cars, some of them are underwhelming, but I'd say for the most part, they're all pretty decent additions. And of course, we have a lot to look forward to again. But one of the best things Rockstar have done in terms of vehicles recently is they've made it you can put the missile lock-on jammer on a load of pre-existing cars. The missile lock-on jammer being one of the most helpful things in the game. So to see this being added to loads of cars that are already in the game is really nice. But personally, I think they should just add it to every single car in the game. Like, I don't really see why they couldn't do that. But as well as this, and finally for the vehicles, they added loads of upgrades for the Terabyte, and they definitely didn't disappoint. So when you buy the Darnell Bros factory, you can drive your Terabyte in there, and there's loads of exclusive upgrades you can only get in the factory, such as a master control terminal, which is a game changer for grinders. Obviously, the master control terminal is great, but you have to go to your arcade to do it. Now you can call in your Terabyte and have it from anywhere on the map. As well as this, you can get a silent running module, which means when you're stationary in the Terabyte, you can be off the radar. And like loads of other cars, as I was mentioning earlier, you can also get a missile lock-on jammer on the Terabyte, which paired with its insane armor is going to make you extremely hard to destroy. Just some really good, really helpful upgrades to make the Terabyte even better. Really great changes to see from Rockstar. It's nice they're going back and revisiting vehicles like this all these years later. Obviously, they went back and revisited the Avenger as well, and they gave it a thruster and whatnot, made it you could put it in your hangar. It's just really great to see, and the Terabyte is now probably the best vehicle in the game. Now, finally, when it comes to the update, the only thing I can really think of is the new weapon, the L Strickler. I personally haven't been able to use it because I'm not next gen and I don't have GTA Plus, but from what I've heard, it's, you know, slightly better than the military rifle, but not the best. Could have been better, essentially, you know, a bit of wasted potential. It would have been nice just to see this as a military rifle Mark II and give it loads of different upgrade options, because you can't even really upgrade the L Strickler apparently, which is really disappointing. I don't think the gun's bad by all accounts, but it just, you know, wasted potential. And yeah, as I was saying earlier in the video, a lot of the content is yet to come, including a new business and of course some aircrafts, which I can't wait for. Genuinely probably going to be some of the best additions to the game. But if I had to sum it all up, my expectations were pretty low, I won't lie, because obviously a lot of the DLCs recently have been a lot smaller in size and a lot of recycled content. And don't get me wrong, that is absolutely okay because Rockstar are focusing on GTA 6. And I know the days of us getting massive updates are long gone, but I'm glad to see Rockstar added loads of good game-changing features in this update, mostly the Terabyte and, you know, the lock-on jammer for the cars. The new vehicles are a welcome addition, some good cars there, and of course some good game-changing vehicles yet to come. The factory, while some people would say it's overpriced and of course the missions aren't really replayable and, you know, they don't pay well, I did find myself enjoying the missions, at least the first playthrough. I knew they weren't going to be the biggest and best thing in the world, but I found myself enjoying them. I will say though, the pay is a little bit disappointing because it means it's not really going to be something a lot of people revisit. So apart from the vehicle changes and the new vehicles, you know, the main part of this update will eventually fade into nothing. Just like the drug wars missions, for example, people will play them once, get the rewards, and, you know, never really touch them again. But saying that, with the part 2 of this update and the new business, hopefully it's something that people will continue to do, and it's something you can do alongside your other money making methods. Because in the end of the day, when it comes to updates, the main things people will continue to do are obviously use the new vehicles and the new business. Whereas in this update, people will continue to use the new vehicles, but I doubt a lot of people will go back and, you know, replay these missions unless they have like a 2 times or 3 times money thing. But yeah, overall, for what it is, the update's not bad by any means. We've definitely had worse. And again, I want to stress the fact it's okay, this is a smaller scale update. The game is coming to an end, and obviously most of Rockstar's efforts are on GTA 6, so this is all to be expected. And I'll make an update video when the next part of the update comes out. But yeah, comment down below your thoughts on the Agents of Sabotage update. Let me know if you liked it, if you didn't like it, if you wish they did stuff a bit differently, as well as your favorite parts of this update. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.